Bihar is conducting a special intensive revision of its electoral roll ahead of its assembly elections in 2025. But Supreme Court's directive to include Aadhaar as a proof of residence has now sparked a new debate. Hello and welcome to Drishti IAS. My name is Saloni Nankyoliar, and in this video we will understand what this controversy is all about. So as we know that Bihar is undergoing a special intensive revision of its electoral rolls because the assembly elections are due anytime in October-November this year. So before that, the Election Commission wants to update the complete electoral roll so that all the valid voters, all the new voters are also included in the electoral roll, and the people who are no more alive, or if there's any change in the place of residence, all these things can also be updated in the new voter list. So the purpose of this SIR is to have an accurate and clean voter roll, and this is including door-to-door verification. It's a very extensive survey because this has door-to-door verification of people. So SIR, to make its job easier, is actually relying on 2003's electoral roll. Because the Election Commission feels that 2003 was the last time that a reliable, trustworthy and up-to-date revision of electoral roll had happened. An extensive electoral roll revision had happened because at that time also we had door-to-door verification. After that, it is now in 2025 that we are relying on this door-to-door verification method. So EC, to make its job easier, is relying on 2003's electoral roll data, and people who have their names in 2003's roll or people who have their parents' name in 2003's roll, they do not need to provide fresh documentation. So some 60% of the voters now do not need to provide fresh documentation because either their name or their parents' name was already there in the 2003 electoral roll. But apart from this, the Election Commission had allowed 11 specific documents for verification. Now the problem here was, the starting point of the controversy here was that these 11 documents, they did not contain the most common documents like your Aadhaar card, your ration card or your voter ID. So these documents were not included in the list of the 11 documents that were identified or allowed by the Election Commission. So this raised a concern that people who do not have these other documents, these other 11 documents, but they are valid residents of that place, they can, or marginalized section, they might be left behind. So this is where the entire controversy began. And then the Supreme Court stepped in, and the Supreme Court said that Aadhaar should be included as a proof of residence. So Election Commission had given 11 documents. SC added a 12th document, which is the Aadhaar card. So the Supreme Court said that Aadhaar should be included, should be accepted as a proof of residence, and people who have a valid Aadhaar card, their name should also be included in the electoral roll. And if there is any question, if there is any doubt on their Aadhaar card, then the Election Commission can perform further inquiries. But Aadhaar should be included as a valid proof of documentation. While the Supreme Court said this, but it also made it clear that Aadhaar is a proof of residence. It is not a proof of citizenship. Aadhaar will only guarantee that you are a resident of that place, because to be a resident of that place or to have an Aadhaar card, you just need to reside in a place for some 182 days. After that, you can apply for an Aadhaar and you will get it. So Aadhaar will only verify that you are an ordinary resident of that place. It will not verify that you are a citizen of that country. So Aadhaar is a proof of residence, but it is not a proof of citizenship. But what is the debate here? To understand the debate, you will have to go into the Constitution. Constitution's Article 326. What does this say? This is the article of universal adult suffrage. Two keywords. It says that citizens of India who are 18 years and above have the right to vote. So who can be an eligible voter in our country? Citizens of India who are 18 plus years and above. And if you are accepting Aadhaar as a proof of documentation to be included in the voter list, but Aadhaar is only a proof of residence, it is not a proof of citizenship. So what is Aadhaar guaranteeing? Aadhaar is only guaranteeing that you are a resident of the country or the resident of that state. But to be a voter, you need to be a citizen. So this is the contention, this is the legal and political debate, that if you are accepting Aadhaar to be a valid documentation to be included in the voter list, this might be seen as a mini national citizen register. This is the issue that some people have, that this might be seen as a mini revision or a mini inclusion of all these people as citizens of the country. So this is what the problem is, that Aadhaar is only a proof of residence, it is not a proof of citizenship, but to be a voter you need to be a citizen. So how are you going to tackle that? For this, a legal framework has also been provided, which is that though Aadhaar will be accepted as a proof of residence and it will be accepted as a valid documentation, but in case the Election Commission feels that there's any doubt on the residence or on the identity of that person, so it's a proof of identity, but if the Election Commission feels that there's a doubt in the identity of this person, the Election Commission can take further action and it can have further inquiry. So who is the final authority here? The final deciding authority is the Election Commission. But just as a first step, Aadhaar will be accepted as a valid form of documentation. This is what the entire issue is all about. So SC has given some legal framework also, but just to ease out the marginalized sections or to ease out people who do not have valid documentation right now, they can just provide Aadhaar also as their proof of residence or a proof of identity to be included in the voter list of Bihar. Now let us look at the other 11 documents that were accepted. So EC had already given a list of 11 documents. These 11 documents earlier did not include Aadhaar card. So the 12th document now is the Aadhaar card. Other than that, the 11 documents are passport, driving license, PAN card, service identity, health insurance, bank or office passbook, pension document, smart card, arms license, freedom fighter identity card, or Kisan passbook with photograph. So these are the 11 documents which are accepted by the EC to be included in the electoral roll of Bihar. Other than this, now the 12th is the Aadhaar card. So that was all for today. We just understood that Aadhaar is a proof of residence. It is not a proof of citizenship, but the debate is that in order to be a voter in India, you need to be a citizen of India. So how will Aadhaar tackle that? Thank you for watching the video. Now let us practice a question for prelims. With reference to electoral rolls in India, consider the following statements. 1. Only Indian citizens aged 18 years or above are eligible to be registered as voters under Article 326 of the Constitution. 2. Aadhaar is legally recognized as a proof of both identity and citizenship for inclusion in electoral rolls. 3. The 2003 electoral roll of Bihar is being used as a reference point for the ongoing special intensive revision. Choose the correct statements. 1 only, 1 and 3 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. Please provide your answers in the comment section and we will meet tomorrow in a new video.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.